you know, but I was 25 years old or younger, and I knew all my peers were maintaining, and I'm sticking to my protocols of bulking and cutting. That would make me the happiest man. That would make me the happiest man in town, because I know for a fact I'm gonna stand out like a mother.
How are y'all doing? It's Aaron Alanis, CEO and founder of Basics, and in today's YouTube video, I'm going to be breaking down the difference between maintaining and bulking for natural lifters and why you should choose one over the other depending on your experience level. Right now, we're helping people in 26 states across the country, Canada, Sweden, Australia, Finland, and the Netherlands, and it's been an absolute blessing to be able to do what we're doing in the way that we're doing it. So again, to find out more information to see if or how you qualify to work one-on-one with the Basics team, please go ahead and visit www.basicsbrigade.com/booking-page. You can book a free 15-minute game plan call with me personally. We can figure out whether or not you qualify to work one-on-one with myself. Also, if you want to make sure that you are up to date with the newest fitness content, nutrition content, and you are watching us blow up before we freaking blow up.
If you really want something bad enough, if you really, the biology of belief, if you really believe in something strong enough, you can achieve it.
Make sure that you like this video for the algorithm. That way people can see it, because if you know, it's like a lot of people comment all the time like, man, you should be more successful than you are. And I agree, but I'm not entitled to anything, so let's earn it, okay? So again, make sure you like this video for the algorithm. Make sure you subscribe to this channel to join Builder Nation. We got merch down below as well, so if you want a cool coffee cup, you want a nice shirt, you want some nice joggers, whatever the case may be, go ahead and do that. You can also support the channel in that way. Follow me on all social media platforms. You see the links below, and let's dive right in. Let me say that both of these guys are huge inspirations for me. I've been wanting to do fitness YouTube for a while. I've been a personal trainer since I was like 18, 19 years old, kind of thing, right out of high school. And I've actually have this tattoo here, one of my few tattoos. So if you see the 5%, let me see if I can come right. Boom. So if you all know Rich Piana was one of those guys that just inspired me a lot when I was a little bit younger to just give everything that I do 100%, right? And obviously with Rich Piana, you had Chris Jones back in the day. I remember being in high school playing football, watching all the Chris Jones POG videos. I'm based out of Texas, so Chris Jones, if you see this video by any chance, I'm gonna do everything in my power to make sure that you see it, because you're one of my role models and someone I aspire to be like in this fitness space. And with Greg Doucette, when I was out of shape, depressed, and just like trying to figure out things during the back in the day, I remember watching some of his YouTube videos, and he helped me get back in shape. So when I was overweight, I was trying to do certain things, I was watching his videos, and that's when I started implementing more low intensity, steady state cardio into my routine, more flexible dieting, easier recipes at home to cook. So when it comes down to bulking and maintaining, I've done both approaches. And for different people, you're gonna need a different approach. Nowadays, I am doing a more Greg Doucette approach, and I'll tell you all why. So a lot of people don't understand what kind of bodybuilder and what kind of athlete, if you really wanna call him that, and really entrepreneur, that Chris Jones is. Chris Jones, guys, his original channel was called Physiques of Greatness, right? And then Greg Doucette, and again, I'm fans of everyone. Like I'm not exclusive to anybody, or like excluding anybody out of anything. So you have to understand that one of the things that I love about Greg Doucette from like a fitness marketing standpoint is that Greg Doucette knows exactly who the average person is watching his YouTube videos, or the average person watching fitness content in general. That's why he's always giving advice regarding like, hey, you got to maintain, because most people that are wanting to bulk, guys, like if you just look at the stats in America, like most people, and just in Canada in his case, and just all over the world, most people are obese. Most people don't have abs. Most people aren't lean already. Most people don't have the discipline to really kind of persevere and push through, right? So because of that, the person that's watching a Chris Jones video and they might hear about bulking, it's like, hey, I'm already overweight kind of thing, and then let me bulk up. That's what Greg Doucette's trying to say. However, if you listen to Chris Jones is one of these guys that wants to achieve maximum potential. You know what I mean? So his channel was literally called Physiques of Greatness. Do you think this guy's giving general advice for the general person, or do you think that Chris Jones is giving advice for the man or the woman that really wants to achieve greatness in their life, aka 100% maximal results? That's what Chris Jones is telling people. And again, if I'm wrong, you all let me know, but that's always the approach that I've gotten from Chris Jones. He's one of these guys that full sends it all the time, and he likes going all in. So in terms of cutting and bulking, if you're a beginner lifter, in my humble opinion, and again, I've been a personal trainer for years, nutrition coach, I've helped guys out all over the world. You can watch some student success stories here. My general advice is that if someone is a beginner lifter, meaning that they've been lifting for less than a certain amount of years, let's say, for example, 1 to 3 years, and they just obviously haven't maximized their genetic potential, Bulking and cutting is one of the best things that you can possibly do because you're going to be able to give your body the calories needed in order to not only repair from the workouts, but to fuel your body in order to really crush it in the gym. When you're a natural lifter, and again, just to give you all like some advice, I'm not natural. Like, I'm not like a lifetime natural. I'm not taking anything currently, but when I was 20 years old, I took some out of peer pressure. So in terms of like me being a lifetime natural and giving you all advice, I'm not the guy. I call myself previously enhanced if someone ever asked me, because like I took, if you all want a story about me taking, let me know, comment it down. I'll tell you the whole background. That way you all can learn from my lessons. There's this quote where it's like, a wise man learns from the mistakes of others and a fool has to learn from his own mistakes. So I've definitely been a fool in the past, and now I'm transitioning into a wise man. Let me help you be a wise man. And if you want to see that video, comment it below and I'll be sure to make it. But in terms of what Chris Jones does, right? I think if anyone is over 17% body fat, the first thing that you do need to do is you need to start cutting down, get into a healthier body fat percentage, something that's more sustainable or healthier for you. I recommend 10 to 15% for most men. If you want to be more elite, you can go 8 to 10, whatever the case may be for a short term. But even for myself, like, I never get super lean year round. I do it for a couple of pictures for business. I do it to flex on the gram, let people know who the hell I am, and then that's pretty much it, right? You got to make sure that you're doing health in a sustainable manner, right? So again, that leads me into Greg Doucette's approach, because his whole thing is general health and fitness for living a better life. His whole brand is harder than last time. So again, he's still pushing hard. He's still all about like pushing yourself in the gym and doing whatever you got to do in order to be great. But the general person, guys, isn't healthy. So the best thing to do for a general person is to Maingain. And that's an approach that I take nowadays, because I'm someone who's been lifting for a long time. I post some before and after pictures from my adolescence to where I'm at now at 25 years old, being a business owner. Usually if I just kind of eat around my maintenance calories, or I'm doing almost like a bulk, and I usually do about 1 bulk a year, no more than that, I'll pretty much do, and that's purposeful bulk. Sometimes I'll fall off my diet and I'll have too many sweets and things happen. Usually what I'll do is I'll just multiply my current body weight by 10 to 12. I'll cut down to where I need to be, and then I'll stay within a certain range of my body weight. So right now I try to stay within 165 to 170, and as long as my body weight is within that range, I'm in the golden zone and I'm happy with where I'm at. I recommend Maingaining for people that are already more advanced, already more intermediate, and someone that is already in that stage in their life to where they've already put on sizable amounts of muscle, and they're just looking to stay healthy. And say, for example, if you're like a busy professional, if you're a lawyer, you're a doctor, you wear suits and you want to look lean year round and you want to be at your fighting weight, almost like what Kevin Samuel says, you want to make sure that when you're putting on your suits kind of things, I wear suits, I wear tailored clothes. So for me, I just cut down to where, and here's another way that I keep myself lean, right? I spend money on these suits and these clothes that are tailored for me, and then I get them tailored around my low body fat percentage. So then it's like, in order for me to make the most out of the clothes that I have in my closet sitting there, and then some suits I'm gonna be buying in the future, I get really lean, I get them tailored for where I'm at, and then I stay within that range, and I just make sure that they always fit me. So like I said earlier, bulking for natural lifters is the best thing to do when you're a beginner, or even if you're more advanced. So say you're someone like Chris Jones, to where it's like he's all about maximal greatness, because again, physiques of greatness. To Greg Doucette's advice, that's the more general fitness advice, because he has the amount of subscribers that he does for a reason. He knows damn well that not every single person watching his video looks like myself, looks like himself, looks like Chris Jones, looks like any of these other guys that you all probably watch on a very regular basis here on YouTube. Now, what's the best way to combine them both? I would say definitely combine them both in different ways, right? So here's the thing, when it comes down to staying lean year round, this is how you do it. First and foremost, you have to make sure that you cut down to a body fat percentage that you pretty much like, you determine how low you want to go with your body fat percentage, right? So for me, I went from about 220 and I cut all the way down to 162. This is how I looked recently, and I felt good. But the thing is that I don't want to maintain 162, so I ended up bumping up my calories a little bit, and I set a weight limit for myself. So I stay within a few pounds of each other all the time, and then if I ever go over that range, I get back in a deficit. If I ever get under that range, I treat myself with a cheat meal kind of thing. And in doing so, and right after my cut, while also doing a reverse diet, I'm able to stay relatively lean, look the way I want to, and feel great in the process. It's my personal belief that every single person out there should only have to do one major cut in their life if they're going from obese to fit. After you have your big cut, start Maingaining around that body fat percentage, and then every single winter, make sure that you get yourself in a slight calorie surplus above your maintenance. You can do that, and you can start breaking past strength PRs, strength plateaus, and really start putting some heavy weight on your back. So for me, what that weight looks like is really around that 180 to 185 range. That's when I really get a little bit more bulky. And it allows me to push some heavy weight off my back and start picking up some heavy weight on the deadlifts, rack pulls, things of that nature, in order for me to just feel the way I want to and just dominate the weight room. And that allows me to dominate things in business, dominate things in life, and just be that man that I've always wanted to be, which is just more myself, thankfully. So thank you all for watching today's YouTube video. If this is your first time watching my channel, thank you very much for the support. Subscribe to the channel for the best fitness content possible. I'm gonna be giving this YouTube channel 100%, shorts 100%, whatever I gotta do in order to serve you all to the best of my possible ability. Join Builder Nation. I'm gonna take care of you, and I'm gonna make sure that every single ounce of attention that you ever pay me and this channel moving forward will be providing you in high ROI in the form of entertainment, in the form of applicable information, and in the form of inspiration. Thank you all for watching. And again, if no one's told you in a minute, I will tell you right now, it's time to get it together, man. See ya.